AI used to feel like software. Type a prompt, get an answer, move on. In 2026, it looks more like a power company with a chatbot attached. Today we are counting down the 10 clearest signs that big tech's AI bill has escaped the lab and started walking toward your wallet. Number 10 starts with the quiet part, electricity. Number 10, NC State's Data Center Power Study. Published May 18, 2026, it modeled data centers and crypto mining across the lower 48 states and found national electricity cost increases of 6% to 29% by 2030, with some regions up to 57%. That is the consumer translation. Not tokens, not model weights. A higher power bill because someone nearby needed a warehouse full of GPUs. Number 9, CoreWeave. On March 10, 2025, CoreWeave announced an OpenAI infrastructure deal worth up to $11.9 billion, and OpenAI took $350 million of CoreWeave stock. That is how the AI economy works now. The app you use rents the cloud rents the chips, and the bill gets buried inside every subscription price that later feels mysteriously less generous. Number 8, SB Energy. On January 9, 2026, OpenAI and SoftBank said they were putting $1 billion into SB Energy, and OpenAI signed a 1.2 gigawatt data center lease for the first build-out in Milam County. A gigawatt is power plant language. That is the strange part. The next chatbot feature is being financed like industrial America, because that is what it has become. Number 7, Meta Platforms. In its 2026 filing, Meta raised capital expenditures, meaning buildings, servers, leases, and chips, to $125 billion to $145 billion. The company blamed higher component pricing and data center costs. Translation: Instagram's AI feed, WhatsApp AI, and Meta's superintelligence push are not free features. They are a hardware bill wearing a social media logo. Number 6, Microsoft Azure. On its April 29, 2026 earnings call, Microsoft said third-quarter capital expenditures were $31.9 billion, with roughly two-thirds going to short-lived assets, mainly GPUs and CPUs. Then it guided roughly $190 billion of 2026 capex, including about $25 billion from higher component pricing. Even Microsoft said it expects to stay capacity-constrained through 2026. Expensive and still not enough. Number 5, Amazon Web Services. Amazon's 2026 plan is about $200 billion in capital expenditures across AI, chips, robotics, and low Earth orbit satellites. In 2025, Amazon's free cash flow fell to $11.2 billion after a $50.7 billion year-over-year jump in property and equipment purchases, which it said primarily reflected AI. Prime shoppers, AWS customers, developers, somebody has to feed that machine. Number 4, PJM Interconnection. This is the grid operator for 67 million people across 13 states and Washington, D.C. In its 2027 to 2028 capacity auction, the price hit $333.44 per megawatt day, and the auction fell short of PJM's reliability requirement by 6,517 megawatts. That is wonky until it hits your bill. Demand outran supply, and data centers are part of that squeeze. Number 3, the Ratepayer Protection Pledge. The White House says more than 200 organizations signed on, covering 263 million Americans and 80% of U.S. power delivered to homes and businesses. That sounds comforting until you ask why it exists. You do not create a national pledge to keep households from paying for data centers unless households are already staring at the risk. Number 2, Oracle's Lighthouse campus in Wisconsin. In April 2026, Wisconsin regulators finalized large customer energy tariffs. After Oracle's July 9 credit downgrade, court filings said those rules would require more than $7 billion in collateral or more than $100 million in annual payments. The whole point was blunt. If Oracle wants an AI campus, local ratepayers should not become the financing plan. Number 1, Alphabet. On July 23, 2026, Google parent Alphabet raised its 2026 capex target to $195 billion to $205 billion, up from $180 billion to $190 billion. Barron's also reported Alphabet's free cash flow turned negative in the second quarter for the first time in its history as AI spending outran cash generation. Google made search feel weightless. AI made Google feel heavy. That is the AI boom in 2026. Not just smarter apps. Land, chips, power, debt, and customers asked to absorb the pressure one subscription or utility bill at a time. Which one got you? Drop it below. Subscribe to Signal tomorrow. I am Andrew. See you next time.